Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everyone. Cheers. Not a bad drop, that. That is my Young's Oaked Rum Ale. Wasn't a particularly massive hit at Horwoodstock. I think a lot of people used to drink in lighter beers and stuff that were there, so they weren't necessarily too keen on the darks. It's still quite young in the bottle as well. It's only about 3-4 weeks old, so and that oak powder's still a little bit tart, but it's nearly 7%. But it's all right. It'll do. Keeps the wolf from the door, as it were. So, what have I been up to? I think this is probably the first time I've done back-to-back Homebrew Wednesdays for quite some time. So, huzzah. Well, most importantly, something arrived the other day. Or should I say two things? Dun, dun, dun. My Cornelius kegs. Oh yes. 2 of these bad boys. Like I said, when Hamworth Homebrew was here, he basically kept going on at me about getting kegs. So it's his fault I bought them. So if my wife ever tells me off, blame him. Not that she would. Yeah, so that's the first piece of the puzzle. The next one I'm going to sort out is getting the gas. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be about 100 quid all in all, which is not ideal, but oh well. I'll get there in the end. I just have to save up for a little while and do that. Also, then I've got to get the tap fittings and everything for that kegerator thingy. And that's probably going to cost me 50 quid for the tap, including the shanks and everything else. That's what I've seen anyway. About the best deal so far I've seen is the it's called the Beer Tap Shop or something on eBay. So guys in the UK, if you know anywhere else I can get cheaper Cornelius keg taps, regulators, any of that crap, please let me know, because it's all looking a little bit pricey at the moment. It's not, it's not earth-shatteringly expensive, but it's quite a jump up from my current setup. So it's going to see a little while before I can afford it all and before I'll see that the payoff in that. But I'm really looking forward to getting my kegerator up and running, and I'll really hope to have it out there by Christmas, if not shortly after. Maybe I can ask Santa for a gas canister. Who knows? Oh yeah, that's pretty cheeky, that. Alright, put that down now. Let's crack on. What else has been going on then? I wasn't originally going to tell people about this because I was going to keep it quiet because I didn't want any competition. But I figured I'm still very new to all grain brewing and there's no way I would win. So I'm going to share a little bit of information with you guys who are based... Unfortunately, you guys in America, Canada, etc. are not eligible for this competition, but anyone in UK and Europe are. Basically, there's a company called Brewdog. If you remember before I showed you, they released a load of their recipes online. Well, basically they're running a homebrew competition. You need to send them in 3 bottles of the same beer. You can only submit 1 beer, and first prize is like £100 worth of beer. Basically what will happen is, if you win, they will make up your beer, they will sell it in Tesco's, plus they will do a launch party at one of the Brewdog pubs of your choosing. They will also offer you a job at their brewery and send you something like 5 cases of the beer and all that kind of stuff as well. So it's incredible. If you go onto their website, I'll post a link along here. That tells you exactly how you enter. Deadline was sometime in September, so you've got about 19th, I think it was. Don't hold me to that, check it out. So you've got plenty of time. I'm going to submit an entry. I'm sure I won't get anywhere near winning, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's the worst that can happen? I'll lose 3 bottles of beer and have to pay postage, and that's it. So yeah, definitely going to give that a go. Let's see what happens. And you know what? I did think as well, like I said, I'm not going to win anyway, and I would love it if one of you brew tubers out there won. So get involved, please, and make us proud. Cheers. Like I said, so also, what else have I bought? Oh, I've bought, now I've only just, previously I have done some all grain batches before, but I've always just followed a recipe that I found in a book, or it's come with an all grain kit. So this time I'm going to make up for the Brewdog competition. I'm going to make up my first ever beer from scratch, effectively. I mean, I'm looking at different recipes, but I'm coming up with my own recipe for a stout with a few little special ingredients in there, and I'm going to give that a go soon. So in order to help me with that, I've bought the Beersmith app for my Android tablet, which I know it's not quite as good as the full thing, but it's only a £5, so you can't really complain at that. And if you do get Beersmith on your PC as well, at some point they link up and you can share recipes between them using the cloud and all sorts of stuff. So that sounds really good. I don't often get on the PC because my wife needs to use it a lot as well for work. So yeah, I think that the app is quite handy just for me to tart around with in the evenings and when I'm at work and stuff like that. Not obviously at work, but on my lunch break at work or whatever. So yeah, looking forward to using that. It is pretty, it's one of those things, it's pretty straightforward, but there's so much you can delve into as well. It is actually quite scary. But there's good stuff about predicting ABVs and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely give that a go. I've booked in a brew day for next month. I have to book my brew days in these days, put it on the calendar, Colin Brew Day. So when I know not to organise anything and my wife needs to disappear out of the way for the day. There's nothing worse than someone in the kitchen trying to do stuff when you're trying to brew. It's just irritating. So there you go. What else? Got myself a new sign for the beer cave. Some of you may have seen it on Instagram already. Ba, ba, ba. I know a few people have seen this before, but it is hilarious. I'm going to display it on the wall at some point. I kind of want to give the brew cave a bit of a revamp, to be honest, because it's a bit crap. Part of it may be a bit egotistical, but kind of want to change the way it looks on camera as well, because maybe all this shit in the background. And I've got a shelf up here out of shop which has all like homebrew kit cans all displayed. I'm sure you've seen it before. Darren did a pan of it when he was around. And you've got some beer mats over here. So basically I want to I've got this big long workbench all the way along. I want to kind of rip that out and literally run it to the end of where this is. So it literally just comes along with here. And I'm going to rest my kegs on it and maybe put another keg underneath. So I've got room, not keg, pressure barrels I should say, because I've got proper kegs now. And obviously then I'll convert this to the kegerator as well. And then, you know, maybe move the beer cans to behind me, put other stuff up here. Make it look a bit better really. It looks a bit crap at the moment. And it'll also free up some room on this side wall here for some more shelving units and stuff, just because I'm starting to run out of storage space now. Yeah, so that'd be good. I don't know when I'm going to go around to doing that, but hopefully it will be soon. Also, some unfortunate news. Basically, I'm going to have my first ever batch of beer that I'm going to have to throw away. It was that Schwarz beer. I don't know if I told you about it previously. I've got a bottle somewhere. Alright. Basically, this is the Schwarz beer. I was pushing my luck because I was running out of time for the beer festival, so I shoved it in a fermenter which I kind of thought it was past its best, to be honest. It was looking quite faded and grubby. I just shoved it in there because that's all I had left, and I deliberately chose this beer because it was the one I was least fussed about cocking up, basically. So I've done that, and unfortunately it just didn't ferment down properly. It took about 4 weeks to ferment down, and there was still the final gravity was still quite high, and I thought it's going to be crap. Anyway, I tried a bottle of it at the weekend and it tasted like shit. There was no hop profile, it was still really sweet, it just tasted crap. So I'll maybe give it another couple of weeks, try it again, in the vain hope it's improved, but it can't have improved that much. I mean, at the end of the day, it would have to ferment it down a lot more and the bottles would have exploded if that had happened. Yeah, so it looks like Mr. Schwarz beer, you may be going to the down the sink, I'm afraid. I've never had to do that before. Always managed to at least drink my beers, even sometimes stick a little bit of lemonade in there just to ease them down, but that's horrific. Very disappointed. But hey ho, in what, 5 years of brewing, it's the first time that's happened, so it's not too bad, eh? Okay, that's nearly everything then. Another thing I suppose really that I've been doing as well is I've actually been watching a lot more YouTube videos. I already did a video about this and I don't want to dwell too much on this, but as you all know by now, Strat one of our brew tubers passed away at the weekend, and just under a week ago now, and you know, a lot of people really upset, and obviously it's not nice to see, but I guess I kind of felt more guilt than anything else, because the guy had been subscribing to me. The thing is, I think when he first joined YouTube, I'd kind of taken a break for nearly 2 years, so I think he only actually subscribed to me when I first came back this year. Straight away he subscribed. Pretty much my first comeback video, he was like, "Oh, great to see you, you know, blah blah, welcome back, I've subbed," all that sort of stuff. I feel bad now that I never watched a single one of his videos until he died. And you know, it's a difficult one, isn't it, really, because you almost feel like, well, you know, I feel sad for the fact that I didn't know him, and I feel like, you know, he's kind of gone now, and it's like, shit, I never had that relationship with him, really. You know, I said he used to comment, and he didn't comment a lot, but just, you know, great video, well done, all that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of making a bit more of a conscious effort now to get around and see some more videos from people, because, you know, it is difficult having a young child. I do get pushed for time, and obviously had the festival coming up, but now that's kind of blown over. I'm making a bit more an effort to put a bit more into the community. I mean, obviously I do videos, and that's something, but, you know, getting out there, commenting on videos more, and, you know, building a bit more of a network as well, because a lot of the reason that we do this on YouTube, my wife, she doesn't understand. She's like, "Well, why do you do it?" It's like, well, the thing is, none of my friends homebrew, you know. Well, one does, but literally he does a couple of kits. He was actually Guy John, who was on Hamworth Homebrew's video. You know, he does a couple of kits, but his main hobby is fishing. He's all into that. So there's no one else that I see that's into homebrew, basically, other than the guy at the homebrew shop, you know, who I see for like 20 minutes while I'm in there. So it's nice to speak to people. I mean, you know, you almost feel like you're face to face, because, you know, you see me talking to you, and then I see you talk to me. Not exactly an ongoing conversation, but it still works. You know, a couple of you guys I've met up with as well. So yeah, it really is important, you know, network. You know, these people are our friends at the end of the day, you know, and, you know, you may not always get to meet up, sometimes you do, and it's great. So I'm definitely making more of an effort now to get myself out there, watching some more videos, because the other thing is, after I posted that RIP Strat video, I think I've had about 4 or 5 people subscribe to me, and comment on that video who'd never commented before. And at first, again, I felt guilty, like, oh my god, does it look like I'm doing it for publicity stunt or whatever? But then I kind of thought, well, I think that's what Strat would have wanted. He was all about the community, and the fact that me posting a video about him passing away has then meant that more of us have got in contact with each other, because I've subbed back to everyone that subscribed to me as a result. I'm pretty sure I did. If they didn't, let me know, and I will. And yeah, I've unlocked a whole load of, you know, of more footage and more videos to watch. So it's great, and, you know, I might be able to watch them every week. And I'm trying to go through some back catalogues as well. Apparently Strat did this one video, the hop sniffer, which was hilarious. So I'm going to probably watch that after I do this, film this actually. So yeah, that is another thing. So hopefully you guys, if you have got a channel and I'm not subbed, let me know, and I will subscribe to you, because yeah, I'm trying to. I'm not going to be the new Strat. I'm sorry, I'm not going to have the the ability to be an absolute legend like he was, and reply to everyone and subscribe to everyone. But I will do my best to definitely be more active on other people's videos, not just. And also, I'm going to try and upload a bit more. You know, like I said, this is probably the first time I've done back to back for quite a long time. I also want to do some more homebrew review videos. Like I said before, I'm kind of going to reboot those. I've got a few kits ready to go, so again, it's just a case of getting around to doing that. I've actually got family coming over from Ireland later on this week, so, you know, the whole weekend and a lot of next week is out of the question. But, you know, hopefully week after next, I'll get some review videos up as well, you know, side to side with my directors and all grain and all that. So plenty of going on. We'll obviously hopefully get those kegs up and running at some point. Obviously the renovations to the brew cave as well. But I'm pretty sure I've rambled for long enough. I always think when I come into these videos, I'm not going to have anything to talk about, and I then end up talking for nearly 15 minutes now. I can see on the timer there. So what can you do, eh? I'm also probably going to stop editing my videos as much, because I kind of end up cutting a bit and repeating myself and cocking up. So maybe I'll just go with the flow and see what happens, eh? But I'm going to go now, guys, because you're probably bored. So I'm calling it a day. So a very happy Homebrew Wednesday to you all. Cheers. And hopefully you may even see me again next week. 3 in a row. It could happen. I'm not going to promise it. Okay. Cheers everyone. Bye. Nearly forgot my catchphrase. Remember, it's not brewed to be looked at. Cheers.